Hello everybody, I'm Lobaroda and we are finally at the last part for the EX challenge run in the Code of Brawl event. So I played through all of the other stages and you can find this in the link on top, and I also played through the normal stages and you can find this in the description box below. For the normal stages I did some own challenges to make it a bit more interesting. And with this one we're finally at the last stage of this. We will try to figure out how to do it in a challenge mode, and I will also describe a bit what you can do to manage through the stage with different operators if you don't have the same that I do, so you can't copy my setup. Let's jump into the stage. Everyday life is the stage, and interestingly enough we don't have a boss enemy here. So even though it is the last stage and it has a recommended level of Elite 2 level 50, which is really high, we just have relatively normal enemies. A lot of them for sure, but not something like the Rat King or anything like that. The stage itself has 3 exits and a lot of straight lines. We will once again get some roadblocks to decide where the enemy will go to, and we can create a nice choke point where we can do a lot of damage with our operators, and my main defense actually runs without any medic at all, because I will do a lot of swapping around. Bring an operator out, use his skill, get him out, bring a new one in, use his skill, get him out, and so on and so forth. And that worked pretty well for me, because we do have a bit of a limit amount of tiles that we can use, and I want to have the enemy as far away as possible from the generators so I won't lose HP seals when they try to destroy this. The condition here is that the maximum cost of control terminal skill is increased by 50%, meaning that it takes longer for us to actually activate the control terminals. Which is fine, because my initial strategy is not reliant on many operators, just like I said, a lot of switching around, as you will see in the stage. And my team consists of only Elite 2 members, so I think it is critical to have something really strong here to deal the damage, otherwise they will just overrun you because the enemy does have a lot of HP. And now let's jump into the stage and see what I'm doing with the roadblocks. So we start off by deploying Siege at the top right and Texas at the top right. Like, this exit will be completely protected by my 2 vanguards, and they will give me DTP I need to get out all my other operators. And then I deploy Nightingale as their healer, because they will stand there for a long time and I want them to survive. Then I throw down a roadblock at bottom left, in front of the exit in the middle, top of it, then Silver Ash before the exit in the middle, and bottom right. So now the enemies have to come around and run to Silver Ash. And next I deploy Eyjafjalla, and together they will take care of those enemies. They are actually heading for the exit at the bottom right, but now they want to go through the middle because I blocked them. When the marksmen are coming, I activate the skill on Silver Ash, so he will take care of all those stealth guys that want to bypass my defense line. I take away Texas and bring out Angelina, because I want to have her slow ready. As soon as the skill runs out, I take Silver Ash away and bring out Hoshiguma. And I activate the skill on Eyjafjalla and Angelina. So the first bigger wave was taken care of by Silver Ash, the second bigger wave is being taken care of by Angelina and Eyjafjalla. I take Angelina away and bring out Mostima. By the time now, Hoshiguma has loaded up his skill 3, and it's enough damage to take care of all of those stealthy guys who want to bypass me. Also because Mostima slows them down. And now the terminals are ready. So I activate the skill 3 on Mostima, I activate a terminal to bring out Neil, and another one to bring out Silver Ash once again. Neil is just there to slow down the enemy a bit. I don't want to have everybody in front of Hoshiguma because it would be too much. The skill on Eyjafjalla is ready again, and Silver Ash skill as well, so both of them fire away. And at the same time you can see that Siege is just happily fighting at the top, and with the support of Nightingale she can't die and slowly will kill the enemies. The last bully is stuck in front of Hoshiguma and will be killed by the team effort of everybody in the bottom line. And now it's just waiting for Siege to finally finish her fight. I have her in a skill 2, so she does some decent amount of damage from time to time, but it's still a waiting game at this point. The main part here is that you want to create a pass that leads most of the enemies through one choke point that you create, because you want to use a limited amount of operators. And he falls, I win. This was the last stage of the event, and to be honest I found this one easier than the 7th one, simply because with the roadblocks I could create a better map for myself than I could with the previous one. Overall, this event was, I would say, actually pretty hard, especially if you don't have certain operators. For example, Ifrit was very strong on most of the maps, and you really want to have good bursting operators to take care of, for example, the Rat King or the bullies quickly, so you don't pile them up on your defense line. However, I hope that my videos helped you to get a better understanding what you can do on the maps, give you some ideas what you can do if you're struggling, and hopefully you will finish them as well. The good thing is you only need to finish in stage once, you don't need to farm them like other events, so it is pretty doable in that scenario. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and subscribe to the channel to be updated with all my future content. I do lore videos, operator spotlights, and some own challenges. I also do guides in the future. I'm preparing this right now, and I hope you all enjoy this content and like and subscribe. And with that, I see you next time, doctors.